Hi everyone, let's write the equation for another piecewise function. So we do have 1, 2, 3 pieces. We're going to work left to right, and over here we will work top to bottom. Let's call this one g of x just for kicks. We're going to need 3 pieces. Use the word if or for in between, and we have 6 things we need to do. We need 3 different equations, one for each piece of the piecewise function, and we need 3 different inequalities that tell us where that piece exists. Let's do the inequalities first on this one. So our first piece right here makes it all the way up to -6, but because of the arrow, it goes all the way down to -infinity on the x-axis. So we don't actually include -infinity or an inequality. We just say x is less than -6. But remember, solid point there means we actually need x is less than or equal to -6. All right, let's look at the second piece. Second piece just hangs out between the two x values, -6 and -2. We got a hollow point and a solid point. So we're going to have one strict inequality without the equal to and one with the equal to. So -6 is less than x is less than -2. And which one needs the equal to? Looks like the -2 needs the equal to. The -6 does not get one because of the hollow point. Okay, third piece. Looks like it's hanging out just between two x values. It doesn't go off forever in either direction. It's hanging out in between -2 and 10. Hollow point, solid point, which means we'll have one equal to and one not with an equal to. So -2 less than x, no equal to on the -2 part because it has a hollow point, but we do need an equal to there on the 10 because we got a solid point right here, as you can see. Okay, that takes care of all the inequalities. Some people think that's the hardest part, other people think the equations are harder. Now, let's look at the equation for each piece. Now, this horizontal line is actually going to be the easiest one to write the equation for, but I think I'll work from left to right. So this first piece right here is where we're going to start, and we need to identify the slope. Well, the slope can be found by picking this point right here and this point right here and seeing whether we're going up 1 and then over 3. So since we're going up 1 and over 3, that's actually a slope of 1/3. So we've got 1/3 x. Then we need to track, if that piece were allowed to keep going, where would it hit the y-axis? Up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3. Bingo. It would hit right there at -5. So that's going to be our y-intercept. Our equation for the first piece is going to be 1/3 x minus 5. Okay, let's erase that so it doesn't get in our way when we're doing this second piece here. What's the slope of this second piece? Well, oh, I see it. You see these? We can identify some points on here. So it's actually going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Oh, I went too far, but actually I went far enough so I can see where if it was allowed to keep going, it would hit the y-axis right there. So, because the slope is 2, that's why we write 2x. Because if it was allowed to keep going, it would hit the y-axis at 2. That's where this +2 comes from. So check it out here. Where's my creative pen? So this 2 right here is because of the slope of 2. And this 2 right here is because we hit the y-axis at 2. Okay. Get rid of the smile and the star so it doesn't mess up our graph. All right, let's do the last piece. Easiest part, because it is just a horizontal line segment, so the equation is going to be g of x equals a single number, and because this one actually hits the y-axis, we can see that it hits at 3, so it's just going to be g of x equals 3 for the final piece. And we are done. We have now written the equation for this piecewise function. Hope you enjoyed that. Join me for another one later.